Side College. I am Salim Baba, the principal. I am happy that you have taken time from your busy schedule to meet with me to discuss this new system.
Good afternoon, Ms. Barber. It is a pleasure to meet you. I am Charlene Williams, an IT professional at CERTA Incorporated. I trust that CERTA Incorporated will be able to meet the needs of this prestigious college.
Before we begin our discussion, let me give you a little insight into our institution. Mountainside College opened its doors to the public in 1960 with 10 teachers and a student population of 500. As a result of gaining good reputation in the education world, we have over the years expanded to 5,750 students, over 100 teachers, and 50 administrative staff. There are 30 departments, which includes human resource, bursary, registry, maintenance, public relations, information technology, and some smaller units, each headed by a senior teacher. However, we seem not to be moving forward as we should, as our present IT system is outdated and cannot cater to our needs. For example, routine processes such as registration of students and updating of payment information are taking too long. So we need a system that can help us to eliminate the issues we are facing and also that will allow us to do more. It is our hope that SORTA Incorporated will develop such a system that would cater to the needs of our college as we grow and expand into other regions.
Ms. Barber, I must applaud you for the success you have experienced at Mountainside College, which is shown by your massive growth in student population. CERTA Incorporated stands ready to design an ERP system that would cater to the needs of Mountainside College. But first, do you know what an ERP system is and how it functions?
Well, I recently attended a conference on MIS, and the CEO of a company boasted about how ERP systems have assisted them in their day to day operations. And based on what he said, I believe that an ERP system can assist Mountainside College in a greater way than the system that we have at present.
Okay, if you turn your attention to my presentation, you would see that an ERP is the one of the world's most convenient and powerful business softwares. The acronym ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. Simply put, it is an information system that integrates different organizational processes into a single system. With its implementation, an organization can gain control over its flow of information and make sure that the system is working for them and not against them. It will save a lot of time when important decisions need to be made, and its employees will have more time to work on the development of the organization. To commence the process would require professional help, which CERTA Incorporated can provide. But
Okay.
once it is completed, using the system is easy. Anything you want is right there at your fingertips.
Sounds interesting. What are the functions of an ERP system?
Its function depends on the type of system that you choose. That is, the one that works best for your organization. Regardless of the size of your organization, this information system can speed up organizational growth with its smart and efficient elements and guarantee growth throughout your organization's development. It will provide quick documentation such as reports and answer queries, allow for transparency in analyzing the work of the college, assist with the development of your organization in that it will store statistics that are based on process planning, solve problems with registration, enhance the processing of payments, save time and conserve resources, which will result in less wastage in your organization.
All right, so how does an ERP system differ from the traditional TPS, MIS, DSS systems?
These systems are all information systems that can be used in an organization to assist with its growth and development. However, they are limited in their own rights. An ERP system differs from the traditional TPS, MIS, DSS, and others in that it brings business processes together in an enterprise, so there is no need to maintain a transaction more than once.
Okay.
It ties departments together and opens communication and database into one accessible database. It also results in making information flow actively and instant. The system of decision-making support is high and business activities are connected across departments, so everyone is working with the same data and processes. The traditional system, on the other hand, perform routine operations regularly. They provide data to other systems. Their decision-making support system is limited and the information is secluded to a particular system.
With all this said, what are the benefits to be derived from having an ERP system at Mountainside College?
There are numerous benefits to be derived from implementing an ERP system, some of which include availability of timely information, no downtime in getting information to move from one sector to the other, faster response to requests for information on students' registration status, which is one of your main issues.
Yes.
You will have better presentation of your reports, faster response and resolutions to students' query, and proper management of resources. When selecting, acquiring, integrating, and implementing a new ERP system, it is important that you consider the needs of your organization and your spending ability to ensure that you select the best option. There will be cost implications and benefits. Therefore, attention should be paid to your budget as you may want to further expand in the future.
Yes.
Additionally, training and development should be highly considered, and there must be support and input from all stakeholders from the beginning of the implementation.
Tell me, Miss Williams, what does Mountainside College need to do to successfully implement an ERP system?
In order to successfully implement an ERP system at Mountainside College, it is important that at the start of the project, all the necessary information is communicated to the appropriate personnel. This should be done by preparing or reviewing your business, IT, and ERP strategies and the project scope. Management has to pledge its commitment to the project, for which its implementation of the ERP system, a number of changes will occur in terms of how recruitment, registration, and payments, etc. are processed. You as the principal and I should have a detailed understanding of the project scope. This entails understanding the ERP system and its tools in order to define what the project should include to meet the requirements of the college and satisfy them. A project team should be comprised of essential members of staff and CERTA's project management team. Training should take place due to the fact that the ERP system results in changes in the way things are done. However, CERTA Incorporated would provide support to your college even after the completion of the project.
Okay,
At,
interesting.
at the culmination of the project, lines of communication should be clear concerning when the system is slated to go live. This information should be clearly communicated to all concerned in a timely manner, including the effective date of implementation. Preparation should be made for the system to support functions to be transferred from the project to the ongoing system support structure. And the processes and system transactions should be monitored to ensure that they are working according to the requirements. I know that was a mouthful, but do you have any questions at this point?
Indeed, it was. You explained the critical factors of success and steps required to ensure these successes. Can you shed some light on what may contribute to the failure of an EPR system implementation and how these may be mitigated?
I most certainly can. Wherever there is success, failure is lurking, and there are a number of factors that can indeed contribute to the failure of an ERP system implementation. I will also highlight to you ways to mitigate these factors.
Okay.
One, it is important not to set unrealistic expectations at the outset because it contributes to project failing due to insufficient time and not planning for eventualities. It is therefore pertinent that expectations are attainable and contingency plans are put in place. Two, failing to manage organizational change, as any new system will bring change, whether large or small.
Mhm.
Information should therefore be shared so that your staff is aware of the project and its benefits to them and the college. Nothing should be taken for granted. 3. Not involving key stakeholders. Key stakeholders should be involved in every aspect of the project. They should know what the project is about, the expected benefits, how long the process would take, what each person is required to do, who are involved, just to name a few. 4. Poor project management. Improper management of a project will result in schedules being behind, poor communication, which leads to confusion, work stress and work overload, resulting in rapid project team turnover, etc., eventually leading to project failure. Having an experienced and knowledgeable project manager will ensure proper management. 5. Failure to manage business benefits. From the outset of the project, goals should have been identified outlining what the system is expected to do, and this information should be passed on to the users of the system. When the system is implemented, checks should be made to ensure that the system is performing as it should. No system is ever complete, but with constant checks and updates, the ERP system would be refined.
Ms. Williams, can you provide me with examples of companies that have successfully implemented an ERP system and reported success and benefits?
ERP systems are implemented worldwide and within a wide cross-section of companies. Some notable examples are Colgate-Palmolive, FedEx Company, Home Depot, Alco, Bell & Company, and Capital One Financial Corporation. All these companies have been able to increase productivity and profitability through improved processes after the implementation of ERP systems.
Interesting. I never knew that ERP systems were being used by those successful companies. So implementing an ERP system at Mountainside College is a step in the right direction then.
It most certainly is. You would not regret it.
How will SOTA Incorporated support Mountainside College with the implementation of the ERP? In other words, what would be SOTA's role in all of this?
SOTA Incorporated's role in the implementation of an ERP system at your college would be to ensure that the college gets the best system, one that caters to its specific needs. To do so, the experts from SOTA Incorporated will ensure that we get the necessary details from the relevant persons on how each department functions, after which we would design and implement a system and provide the necessary training for the users of it.
Ms. Williams, thank you for providing such a detailed outline of ERP. I will take this information to the board and contact you shortly on the way forward.
You are most welcome, Ms. Barber. It was a pleasure meeting with you. I do hope you have a better understanding of what an ERP system is, how it functions, and the difference between an ERP and the traditional system. You are now in a better position to hold discussions with your board, enlightening them about critical success factors, causes of failures, and the examples of companies that are successful users of this system to aid them in making their decision. We at SOTA Incorporated stands ready to serve Mountainside College by providing you with a system that will transform the experience of your stakeholders, such as students and staff. Do enjoy the balance of your day.
Thank you. You too.